There's a pandemic that every single one of you is affected by. It's silent, it's addictive, and it's rewiring your brain. I call it the dopamine pandemic. The dopamine pandemic refers to the infiltration of digital dopamine stimulants into our lives. This can include social media, long-form content, short-form content, and even video games. Basically, anything online that stimulates us, is enjoyable, and gives us a shot of dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical that our brain gives, a sort of candy that makes us feel good. And our brain is wired to give us these hits of dopamine whenever we do a comforting, emotionally charged activity that just gives us pleasure without any drawbacks. Or at least that's what our brain thinks. Digital media fits this perfectly. This means that we tend to turn to digital media for our dopamine hits throughout the day whenever we feel bored or have no idea what to do. The result? Our reward system is completely screwed. Our reward system is our brain's way of deciding exactly what we should be doing. It tells us whether we should focus on our long-term goals, for example, studying for an exam, over short-term gains, maybe watching tonight's football match. This dopamine intake severely weakens our reward system. It makes us focus on the short-term gains. So when we take a single hit of dopamine, our brain rewires itself to form a habit that makes us want to take even more dopamine. Why is that? Well, our brain is wired for survival instincts. Doing hard work, such as studying, makes our brain feel uncomfortable. It does not like it. On the other hand, digital media makes us feel good. It's comforting, it's easy, and that's exactly why we turn to it. Well, digital media really does have various benefits. I myself use digital media to keep up to date on the latest news, learn about a topic of interest, or watch highlights of my favorite football team. I support Liverpool, and they sure are having a great season. Not only this, digital media can be really beneficial for our own well-being. For example, many of us use digital media to communicate with our friends, to maybe watch some cute cat videos, or just watch football, or binge watching our favorite Netflix show at midnight. However, digital media has its dark side. It is a double-edged sword. Numerous studies have proven that digital media makes us experience symptoms of depression and FOMO. However, that's not all. The single greatest threat of digital media is the illusion of rest. Think of it like this. When we turn to digital media, it's usually when we're bored or we want to just pass time. So we maybe scroll on some reels, take in some dopamine, and that's that. No harm done. No, that's not it. Our brain is stimulating itself. It is switching our attention to something that makes us feel good. So that means our dopamine levels are increased. So now when we have to do something that has a lower dopamine release, for example, schoolwork, our brain does not like it. It experiences a crash and it does not want that to occur. And this is why we procrastinate our homework or can't focus. Did you know that the average teen in the United States spends over 4 hours daily consuming digital media? With such excessive usage, the habit of digital media would be deeply ingrained in our brains. So now the dopamine spike wouldn't be just a minor spike. Our dopamine would be sky high throughout the day. So no wonder people find school boring. If your dopamine levels are so high, whenever we have to do just do normal work, our brains cannot handle it when it's so used to these high levels of dopamine. So I could say this, stop using digital media. Stop texting your friends. Stop scrolling on reels. Just stop. But that's not realistic, is it? When we're already consuming digital media in such high amounts, we can't just go back to zero. So I came up with my own proprietary practice that I call the Digital Detox Protocol, the DDP. It sounds technical, but it really isn't. It's quite simple. Just do nothing. Doing nothing may seem trivial, but really it's not. It provides our brain a free space to recalibrate and rest. It gives our brain a moment to calm down, lowers dopamine levels, so now when we sit down to study for a biology test, we can actually focus. And a lot of us, we may find it really hard to just do nothing. Tell me, when was the last time you thought nothing, you didn't think of anything, and you were doing absolutely nothing? Other than sleeping, honestly, people are always stimulated doing one thing or the other. Which is why I also recommend light meditation, 5 minutes a day, 3 times a day, to bring our dopamine levels gradually down. So that when we get down to do hard work, we can actually work. Not only this, another strategy that can really have a profound impact on life is just making a minor change in our morning routine. So there's this book I read called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. Excellent book, a wonderful author. The underpinning message of the book is that it is the first 1 hour of our day that dictates the outcome of our day, whether we have a good day or a bad day. I don't mean about waking up on the wrong side of the bed. It's about what we actually do in the first hour of our morning. Think of it like this. When we give ourselves a dopamine hit first thing in the morning, as soon as we get out of bed, our brain has this expectation that our dopamine levels are going to remain sky high for the rest of the day. So now when we go to school and actually have to focus, our brain cannot handle it. And that's why us teenagers hate school so much, or certain subjects. So another analogy is that think of it as giving a baby a piece of candy. We give a baby a piece of candy, then take away, the baby's going to cry. Same way, when we give our brains the candy of dopamine, our brain throws a tantrum. It feels uncomfortable, it does not want to concentrate. So then, we teens really are just a bunch of big babies, aren't we? Not only this, we should follow a leading neuroscientist, T.J. Powers' morning protocol, where he details what the perfect morning should look like. Just 5 really simple things. 30 minutes of sunlight, 2 minutes of deep breathing, a hot cup of coffee, 2 hours of focused work, and last but not least, having a healthy breakfast. Adults, take note. And us students, do what you can. We're not expected to do everything. We're not expected to be perfect. But we should control. We must control what we can. We can have a good breakfast. We can stop scrolling in the morning. We can actually look at the sky while we're in the bus on the way to school. Actually take in the sunlight rather than getting sucked up into the tangles of digital media. So please, make your own miracle morning. Make your lives free from digital media. Decrease your usage. Do what's right for yourself. And if you are to do a single thing from my talk, please, just do nothing. Thank you.